Hi everyone and welcome to Club 4 episode 12 of Rolling in the Isles, an FM20 British Isles Journeyman series with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So, people would suggest today in the Europa League Final that considering what happened in the Premier League in the last episode, we really need to win it, even though it's a Manchester derby in the Europa League Final. And to them that say that, I would say, what Premier League? I don't remember a Premier League. What happened in the Premier League? Did something happen in the Premier League? No recollection of it at all. One-off game, Europa League Final, Manchester City versus Manchester United. Can we bring some silverware home to this incredibly successful season, of which I don't remember what happened in the Premier League. Anyway, that's for, you to figure out. It was a bad episode yesterday, wasn't it? Anyway, onwards and upwards to the Manchester derby in the Europa League Final. So, we have to win this match. And the reason that we have to win this match, if we go and have a look at job security, you can see currently we are in the very insecure bracket. We promised them that we would win the league this season at Man City, and we finished second, and that wasn't good enough for them. They are unhappy. Hopefully, if we win this particular game, then maybe, just maybe, we can survive and they won't sack me. But if we lose, who knows? So let's get into this game. So the Manchester United, they finished in Premier League terms that we don't remember anything about and I have no recollection of, in 5th place. And we finished apparently in 2nd. Don't ask me, no idea. In terms of our tactics, we remain in the asymmetric formation. We're going for a positive mentality today, trying to push at them a little bit, see if we can rule the roost after last couple of games weren't quite as successful as I wanted them to be, apparently. We've got a few injury issues, but nothing terrible. Cruz is the main one. Unfortunately, our left fullback Cooper plays today instead of Cruz. He's out and not able to participate. Okuru is also coming back from a knock and won't find his place on the bench today. The only one that's on there with a little bit of an issue in terms of its match sharpness is Ortega. Other than that, we have a fit and healthy squad. I think we've done pretty well to get this group of players to this point. All fairly fit and healthy and raring to go, really. So it enables me to pretty much play the team that I want to play, which is Romero in goal, Rivero and Romario in central defence, Magnoni at right back, Cooper at left back, Camavinga, Malt and Foden in central midfield, with Olart on the right, Ulysses on the left and Vasic up top. And in the Europa League Final, 12-man bench, and pretty much everybody that's fit is on it. So there we go, that's the setup. Time to go and win some silverware. Time to go and put our neighbours in their place. And so let's get into this game and see what happens. So I let my assistant do the team talk of go out there and win this one for the fans. Bring home a trophy for the fans. Manchester United are coming in with a 4-2-3-1. So we'll see where the gaps appear in terms of compared to what our formation of the asymmetric style is. Let's just hope that we can compete and we can stamp our game onto this particular match and come away with a really positive outcome. So far, 20 minutes in, no highlights to talk of, but you can see that whilst United have the better of the possession, we've had all of the chances so far, and the highlight comes with a throw-in down the right-hand side. Olart picks the ball up, crosses it into Ulysses, and somehow Ulysses gets the ball past the goalkeeper from a relatively good distance, but it wasn't a powerful header particularly. It was just well placed and the goalkeeper was taken by surprise. Olart picks up the ball, cuts the ball in with his right foot, defender misses the shot, and then Gillespie in goal for Manchester United absolutely fluffs his lines and the ball pretty much goes through his hands and we take a 1-0 lead on the half-hour mark, which is fantastic. So Olart on the ball on the free kick down the right-hand side, cuts it to the far post, and it was Rivero there for a second who nearly got a chance, and there's a scramble in the box, and one of our players, looks like Foden, managed to be the player to ultimately get the last touch on the ball and blasted it out of the pack, and again, their goalkeeper didn't spot it in time, and we go 2-0 up. A really scrappy goal. The half clearance there, then there's a real scramble. Then all of a sudden it falls to Foden on his left foot and he manages to poke it out from the group of players that were blocking the goalkeeper. And we take a 2-0 lead. Nearly to the end of the first half. Camavinga has picked up a bit of a knock, but is okay. So that's not too bad. Look at them. I mean, possession stats are all in United's favour. Absolutely they are. But they have not had a single shot at goal for the entirety of that first half, which is an incredible achievement, really. Excuse me while I clear my throat. So, yeah, we're going to have to be passionately happy about that. I'm very happy with it. Keep it up, lads. That was an amazingly good first half. And can we continue to do it in the second half? We're going to keep an eye on Camavinga, but we're going to go out into the second half and just see whether we can keep the pressure up on them. So let's praise them and just keep the motivation and the momentum up of the match, hopefully. But it's United with an opportunity for themselves. Down the right-hand side, Dembele, back to Gabriel, and they keep the ball very nicely, send it all the way back to their back line. But Vasic nicks in, runs away with the ball, and then brilliantly pokes it home into that far corner with his left foot. He's done really well this season. A young striker. He was third in the Golden Boot for the Premier League on 16 goals. Second place was also on 16 goals. First place was Ashley Luca, who we're going to see in the next couple of episodes for England, who was miles ahead of them on like 29 goals, I think. But Vasic, for a young striker, has done fantastically well in the Premier League, that I can't remember anything about, and is also doing very well in the Europa League, which I remember like it's today and happening now. Well, hey. Roas onto Gabriel and back to Roas. Can we nick the ball again? It seems as though the back line of Manchester United are a little bit fragile, and there's the chance. A wayward header and Magnoni picks it up and we keep the ball well. Rivero onto Romario into the left side of the pitch with Ulysses, back into Malt, keeping the ball in that vertical tiki-taka back and forth a little bit to move up the pitch. But then we become a little bit untidy and United come away with it briefly. But again, Camavinga wins it in central midfield and we get a chance to build up another chance. And Romario at the back, let's make sure that we're secure on our passing out from the back. And we are. Olat with the ball runs at the defender, gets into the corner of the box, crosses to the far post. And Ulysses with a really, really difficult angled header and can't quite get it on target. So let's see what we can do here to make a couple of changes. Camavinga is going to come out just because of that knock. I don't want to cause him a problem. Olat down the right-hand side has played fantastically, but he's just come back from a bit of a knock himself, so his fitness isn't particularly fantastic. And then we're going to potentially make one more change, and it can be anything we like, really, because we're in such a good position. What I'm going to do is bring Cesar in because I think he's been very good for us this season as a young talent. I think he warrants 15 minutes at the end of the game just to show what he can do this season. Manchester United, one shot, none on target for the entire game of 85 minutes so far. 18 on shots, 10 on target for us. 90th minute, are we going to get a sucker punch of a goal from Manchester United right at the death? We half clear it, but they pick up the loose ball again just at the top of the box and maintain possession. But we're putting the pressure on them, pushing them back slightly. They go long over the top. Foden wins the header in the left fullback position. What was he doing there? Vasic, who dropped deep to come and help us, played a great ball out to Cesar, cuts in on his right foot and then drags the shot slightly wide. But that's what he can do off that left wing. He is a really, really good young player for us. Villegas to the far post. And what a fantastic goal that was. A lovely header back on that far post. And eventually it's Rivero, who is an absolutely key central defender to us, was encroaching just at the right point onto the ball and pokes the ball home. Brilliant cross to the far post, drops it back onto Rivero and he powers it into the back of the net. And it's been an absolute whitewash of Manchester United. 4-0, and there is the light blue ticker tape, not tiki-taka, ticker tape that I was hoping for this season, and I'm sure we might have got it in the Premier League, but I just can't remember any of it at all. But yeah, fantastic result today. Bit of silverware to add to our campaign through this particular season. Surely that's got to make the board happier than they were. So passionately we'll go in and say, I'm very happy with your performance. Enjoy your success. And let's go and check out what happened to our board view of how we've been. So 4-0 in the final against Manchester United is an incredible result. Let's go through this. We've got a bit of a knock to a lot. Well, it's the end of the season now, really. So as long as it's not an England player, I'm not so worried. Obviously, my England player go to the European Championship soon, so I need that squad to remain fit. We lift the Europa League, get some money for it. There's the 24 medals that were handed out. A bit of a tight groin for Camavinga on a couple of days out. That's okay. Sterling praises. Thank you very much, Raheem Sterling. That's very kind of you. Man City manager pleases board. Fantastic. Rivero on form. Loads of money coming in, which is fantastic to see. It will help us next season if we stick around. Collective bonuses paid out. And the runners-up were Manchester United, but the winners were Manchester City. And let's just go and check out the job security into the very secure. And we are now insecure and not very insecure. Okay, well, it's a start. I don't know what that means. We'll have to have a good summer, I hope, and get a couple of really key players in that please the board. And let's see if we can start well next season if we're still in charge. But if we're not, the next episode is an England version of the Rolling in the Isles series, an international version at the European Championships. Let's go and check in with our England side and just see... what am I looking for? I am looking for this page. That's what I'm looking for. This is the squad that I'm taking. It's pretty healthy, other than Owusu is still got a few days out. We'll have to get him back to fitness, but it's a good squad. It's got some youngsters in there, so I hope you'll join me for that. In terms of the schedule for it, let's go and have a look and see who we've got in our group. Group E, we've got Scotland, Turkey and Russia. It's not an easy group by any chance. We've got Croatia and Northern Ireland before that in friendly matches, but that's coming up in the very next episode. So I hope you join me for that. But as we end this particular episode, we've found a bit of silverware with Man City. Managed to end our fantastic season on a real high. Is that going to be enough for the board? We'll have to find out. Thanks for joining me today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and join my United City community, the more the merrier. If you haven't clicked that like button for me, please do that. That helps get seen by lots of other people. But until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.